And next, right here tonight, for the first time, you are going to hear from a man who just appeared in a San Diego courtroom on a question reaching into every American neighborhood. He is a dad who was there because he stored a gun in his home where children could get to it. For the past year, we've been investigating a tough fact. On average, every third day in America, a child dies in an accidental shooting. So the question tonight, if that happens, should the gun owners be sent to prison? This week, Todd Francis, a father who once had a career as a computer specialist, stood in court pleading guilty.
Guilty.
2 counts of endangering a child.
He permitted the children to be endangered.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Francis, who says he decided to keep a gun at home in case of criminals, now faces prison himself.
I'm still in shock. I just came home and had groceries in my hand.
A father in an ordinary neighborhood who came home and saw police in front of his garage.
It was like every police squad car was in the neighborhood.
The garage with the sofa where children came to play, and the box where he says he kept an unloaded gun. But prosecutors say that gun was loaded. His 9-year-old daughter and her 10-year-old friend Eric got a hold of it, and it went off.
10-year-old Eric Clias was shot to death while playing cops.
Eric was only 10.
Francis says he didn't really know that much about guns, and that in fact he got it because of what he'd seen on TV.
San Diego has had some home invasions. You hear about it on TV, and it just terrified me to think that, somebody could break into my house.
His house in California, which is one of 14 states where the gun owner is criminally responsible if guns are stored unsafely. To people who say if parents are not held accountable, this will keep happening.
I feel horrible about what happened. I do feel accountable.
And ABC News found last year alone 28 cases of adults facing criminal charges because a child used their gun accidentally to kill themselves or another child. Adults facing penalties that range from a fine to decades in prison. Though Todd Francis says no prison could be worse than the one where he already lives.
I thought of him, like a son, like another family member.
After the accident, his wife, who says she didn't know he was keeping a gun in the garage, left him, taking the children with her. He says he hasn't seen his son or daughter since, but aches to think he shattered his daughter's life too. What do you most want to hear her say?
Just, it's okay, Daddy.
The human message for everybody watching from you is?
Keep your guns locked. And don't assume that you're in control of your household. And Todd Francis could face up to 4 years in state prison. The sentencing is in April.